Hello, my DollarFOCUS family. Welcome to another episode of DollarFOCUS. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to be sharing with you. Thank you for taking the time out to view this video. And as you view, if you're not a subscriber, I'm asking that you subscribe right now, because I'm sure that you will find some information that will be quite useful to you as we take this journey and build our wealth together. So subscribe, and you also want to hit that notification bell, so whenever I post a video, you will be notified and you can go right ahead and view. Okay, so in our last episode, we looked at developing a saving plan. So I gave you a little chart with different options according to your budget that you can start developing a saving program that would be suitable for you according to your budget and according to your inflow. Now in this episode, we are going to be taking it a step further, because remember, in DollarFOCUS, what we aim to do, we aim to be consistent. So now that we have put together a saving plan or a saving program, we want to put things in place to ensure that we are consistent with this saving plan and we're able to maintain this savings program so we can actually get or achieve our financial goal. So let's develop the saving plan together. In order to develop an effective saving plan, the first thing you need to know is your income, your inflow, how much you are getting and how consistently you are getting the amount. So you know your income, how much you're getting, and how often you get the amount. The second thing you want to look at is your savings goal. What are you saving towards, right? So it could be a deposit for a piece of land, it could be tuition, it could be for a house, for a television set, whatever it is. You determine what it is you are saving towards. And now, after you have determined what you are saving towards, you want to determine the cost. The cost for that item, for that product, for that service. You have to determine the cost. Now, how are you going to determine the cost? You're going to do some research. You're going on the net, you call the business place, you call the institution, whichever, right? And you determine the cost. Now, after you determine the cost, you want to determine how much can you afford to put aside to get to that financial goal. How much can you afford to set aside to get to that financial goal? And remember, you have other financial obligations, so you have to work it out and ensure that the amount that you decide to set aside, you're comfortable with that amount, because we want to ensure that we put aside that amount consistently. Now, after you have decided on the amount that you're going to put aside, you are going to decide, or you are going to determine how long, based on the amount that you're setting aside, you're going to determine how long it will take you to get there, right? So let's recap. We're going to know our income, then we know our savings goal, and we are going to determine the cost for whatever we are going to determine the amount that we are going to be putting aside towards the saving goal, and then we are going to determine how long it will take us to get to that goal. After we have established and determined steps 1 to 5, then it's time to go ahead and implement that plan. Right, we're going to implement the plan and make it work. It's one thing to have the plan, but it's another thing to implement it and ensure that we are maintaining. Now, we know that sometimes we are not as disciplined with money. Well, I can testify. Sometimes I am not as disciplined with money. And so there are strategies we have to put in place to ensure that we maintain the saving plan that we have. And here are some strategies to consider. Now, the first thing I would recommend, that you see, when you're saving, have a different account. So if your salary goes to one account, open a different account for saving. You can open the saving account with the same bank that your salary goes to, separate account, or you can open it at another bank if you so desire. When you open that saving account, ensure that you don't take a debit card. Why is it important for us not to take a debit card? We want to reduce accessibility, because you see, when we have access to the money, we tend to want to draw it out and everything becomes an emergency. You see, when we don't have the debit card, then we find alternative. We find other means of working out our financial challenges than touching the money that we have in savings. And we realize that the money stayed there a little longer. So guess what? No debit card for the savings account, right? Now, in order to ensure that we maintain that, or we are consistent with the amount that we are saving, if your salary goes to an account, you can set up a standing order on the account, or a standing instruction. What the standing instruction does, it says to the bank, when my salary hits the account, I want you to take out X amount and put it in my savings account. And whether your savings account is with this bank, the same bank that your salary goes to, or with another bank, the standing instruction can still work. Another thing you can do, if you're familiar with online banking, you can transfer the money on your own. You can personally log into your account when you know you get paid and transfer the amount to your savings account. Now, if you don't have access to a bank account, it means that you're going to have to save on your own, and this takes a little bit more discipline. But how can we do that? Remember, in the last episode, I told you I was saving coins, right? And I used a piggy bank, what they call a piggy bank, to save coins. And basically, this is what I used to save my coins in. Now, your piggy bank or your saving container doesn't have to be as fancy as this, but you want to ensure that whatever you're using, it's sealed and just have a little hole for you to put the coin in. So if you look at the back of this one, you realize that this hole is somewhat big because I broke it last year when it was full, to take out the coins and to transfer it to the bank. So whatever container you're going to be using to save, you want to ensure that it's sealed and just have that small hole, small enough for you to drop the coin or the paper money in it. And when it is full, you're now going to have to transfer the money and start again. I am still using this to save my coins, right? And I also got one for my son, because I want him to develop the attitude of saving as well. So you as parents, this is something that we want to start off our children with, because they have to learn from early to set aside something for the rainy day. All right, so the options are, we're going to set up a different savings account. We are going to ensure that we don't take a debit card. If your salary goes to the bank, you can set up a standing instruction for the bank to take out the amount of money that you want to save and place it in your savings account. You can personally do the transfer if you have access to online banking. If not, you're going to have to save on your own. And now, I want us all to know that nothing at all is unreachable. It might take us a little longer to get there, but the aim is for us to start, and when we start, we must maintain, and when we maintain, we must win. So that is it from DollarFOCUS. Remember to watch your dollar, because a dollar lost or a dollar wasted cannot be regained. So until next time, I invite you to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And of course, I want to hear from you in the comment section. So if you have questions, let me hear them. If you have comments, go ahead and post them, because I want us to interact as we take this journey together to become financially fit.
Alright, one cocoa full of my basket.